What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Nasty Truth podcast. And why I gotta be the Nasty Truth? Because I'm a nasty motherfucker. Now, I want to give all praises to God, all glory to God, man, first and foremost. Uh, I did something that I've been wanting to do for a long time now. And finally sat down, got myself focused, and finished up. Um, I dropped a book. It is going to be book one of a 5-book series. Okay. Uh, this book is called the Curse Breaker series. Uh, the book is titled Awareness. The Streets Are a Trap. You can find a link in this live. You can find it anywhere on my page. Um, go on Amazon and pre-order The Curse Breaker. Awareness. The Streets Are a Trap. It's crazy because I was trapped in the streets for a long time, mentally and physically, emotionally and spiritually. Uh, and had I not became aware, I definitely would have fell victim to the trap. I got a lot of homies that fell victim to the trap, and they still trapped, and they don't even know they trapped. Uh, we have to change our mentality. We have to change our environments. Uh, those are two of the biggest traps that we are stuck in. Okay, some people cannot see things further than what they've been seeing their whole life, and this is how we become trapped. We become trapped by um, our influences, and the biggest influences in our community is music, is the rappers. Uh, you know, from an early age, I would be riding around in the car with my mom, and I would be rapping, the Ghetto Boys and uh, you know, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Tupac, things like that. It shaped me. It helped shape me. It helped shape my way of thinking. It helped shape my behavior, and I didn't even realize it. And this is the problem about a trap, is that you walk in without realizing what you're walking into. That's why it's called a trap. You know, we got to put two and two together. Like in a dope game or whatever, people, man, I'm sitting in a trap. I'm in a trap. I'm in a trap. You got to really think about what you're saying, because you are literally in a trap. Because if you get caught in that trap, it could be, uh, it could change your whole life. So, I shared this book. I shared the link with a bunch of people, at least 100 people. And I got a bunch of loves and a bunch of likes and all of that. Uh, but only a couple of pre-orders, and I already know what it is. And I'm not even expecting a whole lot of uh, my friends or you know just Facebook friends or whatever to support. I'm not even tripping. God is going to do what God is going to do, and He's going to move through whoever He moves through. Uh, Man, go on Amazon. I got the link down here in this live. I got the link all through my page. And this is going to tell a lot, because I get a lot of people who like to jump down my throat when I say something controversial or whatever, or they deem to be negative or anything. But those same people won't support. What's up, cuz? I'm finna add you. Yeah, man. So I just dropped a book, and I'm not expecting a lot of support from friends and family, and that's it's a sad thing in itself because we are as a people in a trap of not wanting to see our own people elevate, uh, which I don't understand because the only person that we should be in competition with is ourselves. And so I support anybody and everything that I can. Yeah, for sure. Cause I just woke up too. Uh, yeah, so it's on Amazon, it's on Kindle. Um, can go check it out. Go pre-order it. Actually, it'll be available April 13th. So you got what 6 days? 6 days before this book drop, and the price gonna change. Right now, it's only $2.99. So you better go get it now. You better pre-order it now, because the price gonna change, man. I'm no longer selling myself short. And if you really want to understand these young men and what's going on in the streets, this book is going to be for you. This book is going to be for young black teenage men all the way up to adult men because uh, we got to start making these kids aware of all the traps that are set for them. There's mental traps, there's physical traps, there's emotional traps, there's spiritual traps, and there's financial traps. And that's kind of one of the biggest traps is financial and mental. Because if your mental is trapped and you thinking, oh man, I gotta get this money, I gotta get this money, you are in the mental trap, physical trap, and financial trap at the same time. You in all of the traps, really, because your mind has been influenced so much that you don't even know how to decipher your own thoughts from what you've been taught. A lot of us have been taught uh, detrimental things from the beginning of our life. You know, when I see videos of, 3, 4 year old boys saying, man, yeah, rest in peace, my cousin Bug, and my rest in peace, is disturbing because we're in a cycle. We're in a cycle. We're in a trap, and we don't even realize what we're doing. And we pushing that and down to the next generations. And this is what we have. We have kids that are not aware that they even been influenced from the time before they can even think for themselves. If you are influenced by your environment, your household, the people in your household, your big brother, your big cousin, um, that will affect you, and you won't even realize it until it's too late. Uh, oh yeah, man, definitely right. Getting out of that spiritual trap, that's what you got to check first. You got to check your spirit, and how you do that is by getting with God. Our grandparents used to make us go to church. Our grandparents, some of us, our parents was running the streets. Our parents didn't have enough time for us, and so a lot of us grew up with our grandparents, and our grandparents were spiritual women, and they took us to church with them. They took the grandkids to church, and we don't have that now because the grandmothers now are 5, 10 years older than the kids themselves. Um, Facts, and that's facts. Uh, the the spiritual trap, man, like I said, is one of the biggest. Uh, the mental trap is where it starts because if you are being influenced before you can even decide decisions or make decisions for yourself, those influences are going to affect your decisions. So if you listening to, if you grow up like I did, listening to, hardcore rap music, the more you listen to it, what you feed yourself, you become. Like they say, you are what you eat. So when you feed yourself drug, crime, womanizing, violence, you are training your mind without even knowing it to accept these things. And then your environment that's around you is showing you that these things are reality. This is your reality. I didn't even know that I was trapped, man, until I was sitting in a cell and I had to think about. It wasn't a lot of influence. I had time to sit there and think of how I got to where I was, and that's what we don't have. A lot of us, we don't have or take the time to sit down and think about, how did I get this way? How did I become who I am? And if you really sit back and think about it, you'll realize that you've been influenced your whole life by music, movies, entertainers, friends, family. So you've been stuck in a trap and not even knowing it. And that's the biggest trap, is that you can't recognize that you are trapped. That's what the trap is. It looks sweet, it looks fun, the money is there. It's like a rat or a mouse that sees a big piece of cheese on a mouse trap. That shit look delicious. It looks great. It looks very tempting. Man, I gotta get that. I gotta have that. But you don't know. As soon as you step on that trap a little bit and take a little bite, your ass is caught. And you can't get out of it. It's pressure. There's so much pressure on you that you can't get out of it, and you stuck, and you get stuck in the trap because you walk right into it. The trap didn't jump out at you. The trap didn't get you. You walked right into the trap because of what you thought looked promising, what you thought looked good, what you thought looked like success. It hit me one day when I started becoming aware. I said, damn, they call this shit the trap music. T.I. famous. Trap is one of his best albums, trap music. And if you really think about that shit, we sit in the house with drugs, with guns, and get money, and it's all fun and games until you get caught in the trap. Until you get caught in that, with everything, you can lose your life or something. Man, it's definitely a trap. The streets are a trap. it will fool you to think that it's sweet. But how many friends and how many family members have we lost to the trap? I know I lost a lot of them. I lost a lot of friends who just couldn't change their mentality because it's all they knew. The streets is all they know, it's all they knew. I got people right now that's been in jail 10, 15 years. They going back and forth to jail because sometimes sometimes you get caught in the trap and it might just catch your hand or a finger and you can, pull your way out of it. You can get out of it. Uh, but it's just so many people that fall victim to the trap every single day in the hood, in America, in every ghetto, and we have to start bringing awareness to this. And this is what this book is about. This first book is going to be 5 books, and this is book 1. Awareness, man. If you are not aware of the trap, then you're going to walk right into it. So if you got a teenage son, if you if you've been in the streets your whole life, this book is going to wake you up to some stuff. And I advise anybody with a son from the age of 13 to 21, 25, once they, man, the streets don't care. They don't care. It ain't no love in the streets. And you got to be aware of it because we got kids every day that's falling victim to this shit. But you got grown people that's setting them up for the trap. You got parents that's setting their kids up for the trap because they not even aware of the trap. They know, oh, my kid can go to jail or whatever, but they not telling them that it only takes one decision to have a lifetime of consequences. You can make one decision and have a lifetime of consequences. You can walk into that trap one time and never get out again. And some of us have been stuck in the trap our whole lives. And until you become aware of it, you're going to forever be trapped, man, in a lot of ways. So, I ain't going to hold y'all too long. I just want, people to know that God is moving and you got to be aware of the trap, man, or you're going to get caught in it. You got to be aware of the trap. So go on Kindle, go on Amazon, pre-order your copy of Awareness. The Streets Are a Trap. It will be available April 13th. You got 6 days. Go get it now because the price going up in 6 days. It's only $2.99, and I got a lot of people loving and liking, and but I got a bunch of people who I know they just sit back and watch. Yeah, for sure, cuz it's always love. Yeah, I agree, man. The trap is a state of mind, and it's a lot of things that puts you in that state of mind. And the biggest thing that puts you in the state of mind, man, is music. They know the music industry knows what they are doing. This is a systematic program that's designed to trap your mind, to trap your spirit, to trap your body. hmm It's real talk. Real talk, man. I used to love scary movies because I used to love violence, and it's hard, it's hard to. I'm still working on myself. I ain't perfect, I'm still somewhat trapped myself, but I'm aware of it. And when I'm aware of it, I know that I could stop myself from falling deeper into the trap or getting caught up to a point where I can't escape. And that's what we have to do. We got to be aware of it because it's out there. The trap ain't going nowhere. The trap is set up for you to fall right into it. But if you're aware of it, then you can escape it, or you can stop yourself from falling into it. I was trapped in so many ways uh, because I was not as close to God as I should be, and that's how you get trapped for real. Because if you're not close to God, then who are you close to? If you're not close to God, then who are you closer to? The devil. And the devil is everywhere. He ain't going nowhere. The devil is in the trap. So you got to be aware of that. Um, you got to be aware of what you're eating. You got to be aware of what you're listening to. You got to be aware of what you're watching. You got to be aware of who you're talking to. And you got to be aware of the energy that people carry, man. Awareness, awareness. This is what we're doing. We're bringing awareness to these traps, man. It's a mental trap, physical trap, emotional trap, or spiritual trap, financial trap. Man, we gotta you gotta be aware of it because if you ain't aware, you're gonna fall right into it, man. So that's the basis of it. Be aware. The streets are a trap, and if you got a young teenage son, pre-order this book for them because this is going to help them so much. It's going to help them be aware of situations that they would normally just fall or walk right into or fall into. You got a lot of kids who can't even think for themselves. They followers. A lot of y'all is followers. A lot of us were followers. We follow our big cousins, our big brothers. We follow these rappers. We follow all of these people who, if they really care, they would be telling these kids something different. This is why, man, I still listen to Tupac daily, uh, because his music had so many messages in it. And if you listen to it, he's telling you how there's a systematic trap set up for these kids to fall in. It's set up. What's up, bro? What's up, B? Hey, I appreciate you, bro, for sure. I appreciate you, bro, because we was in the trap, bro. We know how we was in school. You know how we grew up, bro. Man, I got a lot of homies, bro. If you went to school with me, if you from my hood, if you was in the inner city of Milwaukee, if you was in the inner city, if you grew up if you was born in the 80s and you was in the school and you was in school and you know high school in 2000s and 1999, man, the streets got so many people caught up and trapped that and that I know, and had they been aware, They probably still be here, man. But you know, there's this notion that we got to get this fast money, and we got to do this. We gotta carry guns. We gotta sell drugs. We gotta smoke weed. We gotta steal cars. We gotta. This is the trap. This is being influenced and not even realizing how much you being influenced. It's a lot of people who don't even know who they are because they've been influenced so much. They've been influenced from the time that they first started being able to make decisions. And when you've already been influenced by negativity, when you start making decisions, that shit is going to reflect on your decisions. It's going to reflect in your life, period. It's rare that you got somebody living in the hood, right in the heart of the ghetto, and they don't let their environments consume them and make them the environment. The environment will shape you. If you're not aware of your environment, it's going to turn you into who it wants you to be. It's going to turn you into it. This is your environment, and you in it, this is what you're going to become if you're not aware of it. If you're not aware that these rappers are getting paid to push you into the trap. They're not getting paid because they good rappers. They might be good rappers, but why they are superstars and why they famous and why, because they accepted their role in the trap, and they're getting paid to get you caught in the trap. This is why the private prisons and the music industry are like this. Pay attention and listen to this. The prisons and the music industry are like this. Have you noticed have you noticed the progression in music? When I first started listening to music, it was already, like I said, the Ghetto Boys. Man, so many, the Hot Boys. My influences on music was violence, drug selling, doing this, nothing positive. I mean, because the positive music, the positive rappers they don't make it because they not pushing people into the trap. They're not pushing the agenda. There's a systematic program between the music and the prisons that they pay these rappers to influence you. The power of influence. The more influence they have, the bigger they become. You know, people sit and listen to this music, and I know it's hard to hear, it's hard to fathom, it's hard to understand because it's all we know, it's all you know. But you gotta see the trap. You gotta be aware of this shit. Right now, we got teenagers, and you think it's cool. And this is part of the trap, is that it's passed down to generations and generations. Like, you got parents that's, man, listen, NBA YoungBoy, Pooh Shiesty, a lot of these rappers, most of these rappers, man, most of these young rappers, new rappers that's coming out, you don't hear no positivity. You don't hear them telling kids to go to school and stay away from drugs and nothing. No. The people who are getting signed every day for $1 million deals are telling you to pick up a gun and go do a drill. Go lay something down. Go kill something. Go kill somebody. And most likely that person gonna look like you. So you go out and do exactly what the music say, and your ass fall right into the trap. You go kill somebody. Now that person is gone, and you gone. Caught in the trap. You want to go, you think it's cool, drinking lean, you want to be leaned out and falling asleep and popping perks until you some shit happened to you. Speaker knockers. Uh, Rich Homie Quan. They was trapped. They thought that's what they were supposed to be doing. They thought that shit was cool. They thought this was life. Drinking, taking drugs. Now they not here. But how many people did they influence to do exactly what they was doing and probably met the same fate that they made? And we got to be aware. Got to be aware of the trap, man. If you ain't aware, it's gonna get you. Gonna get you. Uh, and I wish I would have been more aware sooner because I could have saved myself from a lot of heartbreak. I could have saved myself from a lot of wasted time. I could have probably saved some of my homies from dying. Like, bro, this ain't it. This ain't what is better for us. It's more for us than just this. But that's what they tell you. You're not supposed to. The influences that we have. We're not supposed to be thinking about the future. We're not supposed to be thinking about when we get old, what life gonna look like when we get old. The streets tell you, the trap tells you, get it right now, do it right now. You don't know how long you're gonna live, so you got to do it right now. You got to get it fast, and that's a trap in itself, man. And not being aware of the trap is the biggest trap. So go get a copy. Go pre-order your copy. It's crazy. I sent at least 100 inboxes, and I know God gonna do His work, but it's very I gotta say, man, it's very eye opening, and it's very uh, sad sometimes, man, that you got people who watch you and watch what you do and watch what you say, waiting for a chance to say something negative or to want to argue. But those same people are never loud about supporting you or showing you love. That's a mental trap, man. Y'all got to get out of that. I got a lot of love. Uh, I got a lot of love for people, and I know I don't get that return. I don't get that in return, and I'm so okay with that because I know that love conquers all, and I know that the people who do uh, order this book and read it is going to help them so much. It's going to help some kid sit back and stop and think, damn, I'm in a trap. I got to get out of this. I gotta find some way out the trap. I gotta find some way to. I gotta think differently. I gotta move differently, or I'm gonna get caught in the trap. And I already lost 5 homies to the trap. I don't want to be the next one because if you're not aware, you're gonna be the next one caught in the trap. Uh, yeah, man. So go on Amazon. I put the link on here. You can go back in the on my page, man, and look. But get you a copy, man. It's only $2.99 right now, and the price is going up soon. So be aware of that. Uh, I wish I could have. I wish I could have been aware earlier. You know, uh, and sometimes it takes. a person to get caught up or get shot or have a life threatening, life changing situation, something dramatic to happen for them to realize, damn, how did I get here? How did I become what I am? And when you sit back and think about that, you've been influenced before you can make decisions. And if you're not learning the right things, if you're not being influenced the right way, you're already trapped, man. Well, I know. It hurts. It hurts to hear this shit. It hurts to hear that the person who you are, somebody else made you that person. Somebody else influenced you to be who you are. Sit back and think about how you became you. Was it on your own doing? Who was your influences early? Who influenced you early on in life? What did those influences push you toward? What did those influences get you in? Why do you think the way you think? Why do you move the way you move? A lot of people take a lot of a lot of people, a lot of kids. They look up to these rappers. Come on, man. You got NBA YoungBoy influencing millions and millions and millions of kids. You got these rappers who influence millions and millions and millions of kids to go and do what they hearing in the music. And they caught in the trap, man. Just that easy. Just by listening to something. Just by listening. That's what I mean. You gotta pay attention to what your kids listening to. Stop letting your kids listen to this bullshit. Stop letting your kids listen to this music talking about spinning and spinning and spinning and dealing and killing and stop listening to that shit. Stop letting your kids listen to that shit. Because you don't be surprised when they go spin the block and they get hit up or they hit somebody up and they sitting in jail for life and shit. Because you allowed them to be influenced by the wrong thing, man. Give them other options. It ain't just because you live in the hood don't mean that you have to be influenced by it. You got to think for yourself. And us grown, there's a lot of grown men that's still trapped. And so they think that what they doing is cool. And you showing your son, you know, you showing your son the wrong things, man. You letting them listen to the wrong things. And they're going to have, they already got this image of what they supposed to be and what life looks like and what they need to be, you know, uh, it's very disheartening when you realize how long we've been trapped and that mentally we don't even know that we trapped, man. That's the sad part about it. My nigga Rizzy. How many niggas, how many friends, how many bros have we lost to the trap, bro? How many times have did we almost get caught up in the trap? Just being in the hood, just being in the environment, just being there, bro. How many times did we almost get caught up in the trap? How many times were we almost hit with stray bullets? How many times did, we almost get caught up with the trains coming through and people had to throw guns and throw drugs and shit? Like we was trapped. Man, bro, we was all trapped. We was all trapped. But we didn't realize it. We thought this was life. We thought this was life for us. And there's so many young niggas growing up thinking this shit is life. And it's not. It ain't life. It's what you've been taught. It's what you've been taught. Our big brothers was trapped and they didn't even know it. Our big cousins was trapped and they didn't even know it. Our uncles was trapped and they didn't even know it. Our daddies was trapped and they didn't even know it. They thought that was life, so they passed it down to us. And we thought this was life, bro. If you grew up in the hood, if you got kids in the hood right now, if you got a teenage son, if you got a son that's able to read and understand and comprehend, get this book for them. I'm telling you, it's going to help them out. It's going to help them recognize and be aware of certain situations and certain traps and how to move and how not to get caught in them. I'm telling you. Awareness. Awareness is key in not getting caught up in this shit. Because if you're aware of what's going on, then you can stop yourself from walking in the trap. And not only yourself, you can, hold on, bro. There's a trap right here. You can stop your homie from walking in the trap. You can stop your son from walking in the trap. Hey, this ain't life. I know you seeing this all the time. I know you seeing music. You gotta provide something else for them. You gotta provide some positive influences, man, because there's too many negative influences in the hood, and that's how we get caught up in it. Everything around us is you're going to become your environment. Eventually, you're gonna become your environment. I had niggas in my hood, bro, who didn't sell drugs, who didn't smoke, who didn't do nothing, but eventually that shit swallowed them up. Man, every day, bro. Every day. Every day we was walking into a trap. Literally. I mean, niggas sitting in the spot, serving, sitting in the hood, serving, not knowing that, I mean, we did know it. We knew the consequences behind that shit, but we felt like this was life to us. Like, we knew at any time the police can pull up, and if we get caught with this shit, we gone for a minute. But even that becomes normal when you think this is what you're supposed to do. The jail time becomes normal. Oh, I gotta go sit for a minute. Oh, folks going to sit for a minute. He'll be home. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit becomes normal. We got too many. It's too many of us, bro, that been lost in the trap and not able to escape. But now we older and we gotta be telling these little niggas that this not what it is. You don't want to get trapped because you might not be able to get out that shit. It's real shit, man. It's a lot of conversations that need to be had in our community, and this book is going to bring awareness. Go on Amazon, pre-order your copy. It's only $2.99. The book will be available in 6 days, and I'm so excited. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful that as many times as I could have failed in the trap, God was there. As many bullets could have hit me, as many years I could be sitting down in jail, I'm grateful and thankful that I'm still here. And I would be worthless if I was still passing down the bullshit that I learned. If I wasn't telling my little cousins and my little brothers who I know are in that environment, if I wasn't trying to at least put that shit in their head and making them aware of the trap, I would be worthless. And so this is what God is putting on my heart to do. So it don't matter if nobody that I know gets a copy of the shit, because somebody is. And it's gonna help that person. And it's gonna change their direction in life. It's gonna make them stop and think about their next decision. It's gonna make them stop and think about what could happen if they continue to keep living the way that they living. And this is what we gotta do, man. Too many times, man. Too many times I could have been caught up, bro. I done, I'm about to give a real testimony right now. And excuse me if I shed some tears or I get a little emotional, because I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for what God has brought me through. I gotta give him all the praises in any and everything that I do, because I shouldn't be here. A lot of us, we shouldn't even be here. But it's a reason why we here still. It's a reason why them bullets didn't hit you. It's a reason why you never been to jail for years and years and years, when you got people around you that's got life in prison or 20 years and shit. I got friends and people that I ain't seen in 15 years because of the trap. They not even the same person that they was before. And they was trapped in. Now they extra trapped because they can't get out of it. They mind is not even thinking about getting out of it. They thinking about how not to get caught in it. I can do this and I won't get caught up. Or you can't outsmart the trap, man. But you can outsmart the trap. Don't play it. Don't fall in it. Don't fall for it. So many times, man, uh, bullets, you can hear them whizzing by. Bam, homie got hit. That could have been me. In a split second, shit went from everybody partying, everybody laughing, to gunshots and somebody shot and somebody dead and somebody crying and screaming. And you know, man, I'm just grateful. That's all. I'm grateful and thankful for what God has brought me through, because a lot of people who I know and was close to me in the same situation, in the same environment, bro, they ain't make it. They didn't make it. They got caught up in the trap. And when I think about, man, I can I it's I literally, I think about all the people who I lost. All I think about them all the time. I think about them all the time. You know, I'm one of the ones who you gonna see sharing pictures of homies that I lost when their birthday come up, or the day that they passed or whatever. Like I like to, it just be on my heart, bro, to keep them, to remember them. Like I can't forget them, because I know, like, shit, I could be them. I could have been them. Man, you know, I was leaned out heavy for a minute. Like I was leaned out heavy because of the music. I saw I saw the 3 6 Mafia, you know, sipping on some scissor, and that shit was so cool. They just made it look so good. And what I do, as soon as I found some drink, I got on it, and that's what I started doing. I started drinking it, like, and that shit could have killed me alone. Like, I swole up from it. Got, that shit probably caused my high blood pressure. Because before I didn't have it then, but I drank so much of it, and I was only doing it because it's what I saw. I thought that this was life. I thought this was what I was supposed to do. This is what was around me. Like, a lot of us only picked up a sack because this is what we thought we were supposed to do. This is what we've been taught. This is what we seeing. This is what we hearing. You got to correlate that shit together, bro. Like, what you hearing, what you seeing becomes what you start doing. And until we realize that, man, we gonna always be trapped. So be aware that the streets are a trap. Go on Amazon, pre-order your copy for $2.99 right now, and you can begin to start uh, pulling yourself out the trap, man. One chapter at a time. Uh, you can start to become aware, and when you become aware, you can start to let others. You can make others let others know and make them aware. And this is how we change the narrative in the hood, bro. Like, you know, uh, because it's all the trap is always gonna be there. It's a systematic program that's set up to catch your ass. It's a systematic program, bro. And be on the lookout for book number 2, The System. The System. It's a systematic program designed to catch your ass. And if you can't see the trap, you're gonna walk right into it. I know that shit is hard to hear. The truth is always hard to hear. It's nasty. Why I gotta be nasty? Because I'm a nasty motherfucker.